make it available throughout the whole world. So they've been trying to get it out of that way. Well, let's see. India, 3 weeks ago, bought all kinds of gold for their country, because over there, gold is around your necks. In other words, it's a trading deal. The women wear the gold.
Mm-hmm.
So they bought it. They bought it at $1,050 an ounce. I mean, tons of it. But there isn't almost all the gold that's ever been mined is above the ground right now, and it's in the hands of them. So if you do acquire gold, guess what? It's going to be going up. So right now, an ounce of gold is going to cost you, rough numbers, $1,100 or $1,125. That's today, an ounce. Now, a year ago, you could have got it for about $600, just to give you an idea. My estimation from the friends I'm talking, it'll go up between 25 and 50% this year, because there's a scarcity of it. Meanwhile, silver, who we used to have all kinds of reserve, there's an ounce of silver roughly in every computer. Did you know that?
No.
We've used it all up. So now we don't have any reserves. China has taken it all. And remember, China is growing much faster than what we are. And they have, I'll give you, for instance, they got, what did they say, 50 million people on cell phones over there, going through their same kind of deal. And all these gadgets all require silver, because it's highly conductive and it works on things. So understand, that's a metal that's going to be going up no matter what. So you can buy silver in any form you want to. Silver. The American government actually puts out the American Eagle. It's a couple of dollars an ounce, more than what spot price is, but that's because the government puts it out now. The government has a potential of sitting out here, and so their regulations right now, they watch how much money you buy into it, and the coin dealers have to fill out forms if you buy more than $10,000 worth of stuff, or sell it. With the exception of the American coins, the American Eagle, that's in the gold, which is half ounce, quarter ounce, or whatever. But they're exempt under the Patriot Act. Now, the Patriot Act is really strange, because it's going all around the planet. What it's doing is checking where money is deposited. Remember, you're probably told to put your money offshore so the government can't get to you? Well, any offshore bank that takes American money is basically under the control of the Federal Reserve. You put money into Panama, and I have very close friends down there that own the banks down there, and they just said that the guys in the Patriots are coming down, checking every account that is done by an American, and if they haven't reported the money as being out of this country on their returns in the United States, they can confiscate it. You're either a terrorist or you're a drug dealer.
Right.
And the rules are like they are in Haiti. You got to prove yourself innocent. Interesting.
That's pretty interesting. Hey, what I'd like to do, George, is maybe take some callers now. If anybody out there has a question for George or has any thoughts that they'd like addressed here, give us a call at area code 814-342-1260. So do you think, are we like truly children of this universe to play a game here at this particular time in history, like some of my past guests have suggested?
Well, planet Earth is the prison planet. Basically, there's not just roughly, there's 6 different races, or 6 different colors. There's only one race on the planet. It's called the human race, and we come from 6 different star systems, and we're basically the outback of the universe. If you want to look at, the prisoners from France and England were sent down to Australia, right, during the end of the thing.
Right.
The prisoners that were sent over to the United States, believe it or not, were mostly white, right? Did you know that?
No.
Okay, well, they were Slavic. Remember the word slave?
Mm-hmm.
The word slave really came from the Slav. The original prisoners here were, or if you want to call it, our slaves were white from France and England. The blacks were property. They didn't consider them slaves. They were taken care of. If you bought something, you took care of it. But what if the governments got rid of the prisoners because they didn't know what to do with them or to take care of them? So they sent them over here. They were the dregs of the universe. Didn't have to pay for them. The people worked on them, and put them in the bottom, the most dangerous jobs, because they could care less.
Right.
It's a little different slant on history, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, but that's exactly what has happened. Well, meanwhile, planet Earth has been used as the prison planet, except for originally they used a lot of worker bees in Africa to get the gold. The gold is a universal thing. If you spin it real fine, they've got it's used as a cleanser for the atmosphere. Our atmosphere, as you probably are aware, is totally polluted.
Right.
I mean, how many airplanes are going in the air right now between 30 and 40,000 feet every hour in the United States? Do you know?
No.
5,000.
Wow.
Every hour. Did you know if you take a plane from Miami to Seattle, it takes about between 10 and 11 tons of fuel to take care of it? Do you think all that fuel is burning?
Wow, no.
When you take a cruise ship that leaves New York or Miami and it goes out, do you know how much fuel it takes to run one? Every second, a gallon of fuel.
Wow.
So you can imagine what we're doing. We're polluting the planet.
Right.
That's what you're looking at. Meanwhile, the hope was that we would interbreed between the races and breed out the war tendencies, because most of us we were on our DNA programming, we were programmed to be warriors. You know, it's a whole fight and flight deal. Everybody, let's fight them. Let's go do that. That was built into us because we were built in as warriors. We are created beings, actually artificially, genetically created. Which is another way to look at it, which we're playing around with. Our government, as you know, is playing around with engineering biological people at this minute, even the military.
Right.
They know how we think. I have a friend of mine that was working with the CIA on mind control and also what they call astral travel and soul travel between places, which is controlled thinking to move your soul, which is inside your body. This body is just a rent-a-wreck, I call it. Containing your soul, which is 22 grams, has a weight.
Right.
Basically, 4 little packs of sugar is about what your weight of your sugar is. I mean, of your soul.
Right.
And the soul is inside, and it's basically inside regulating the body as such. But we have the conscious mind. The conscious mind is easily manipulated by different frequencies that we have, i.e. even a cell phone. Cell phones are run by microwaves, right?
Right.
Well, a microwave means you have to have a tower, you're directing the energy, and once you put the cell phone up to your head and turn it on, what you've done is indirectly put your head inside of a microwave oven. And what's happening? People are losing their memory, they're losing their hearing, and they just don't tell you about that, do they?
No.
It's another way for dumbing down society. If people have to have a cell phone, they better have a speakerphone, frankly. In other words, one that you can hold away from your body because it's a microwave.
Right. Hey, I have a caller here, George, if you would.
Sure.
Caller, are you there?
Yep. Hi.
Your name?
George, how you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
My name is Mace. I'm just a local kid in town. But you said something about biological people. Are you saying like surrogates, like just empty vessels that just kind of roam the earth and do monotonous things for us?
Well, there are 8 countries making clones. The cloning techniques, basically you can go get, there's an old movie, go rent it. It's called The Boys from Brazil. Mm-hmm. And in it, they show you how to make people. That method the United States used. The Russians call theirs robotoids. They use a clump of cells in making them. But basically, they're easily manipulated and controlled. They make, they can make duplicate people if you want to. Original technology was used to make spare parts. In other words, if you needed a heart or a liver or anything, why don't we have a double, right? So we could take care of it.
Yeah.
The techniques are available on the internet. I have a friend of mine that treats the clones. That's the people that are running around that are not. They look like people. They talk like people. Their minds are like people. They're soulless beings.
Have you seen the movie The Island? Is it something sort of like that, where it's is it a certain number of people have another body just in case, like, their liver shuts down or their lungs shut down? Well,
that was the basis of the original technology, was that they got back in the early 40s. I mean, or actually in the 30s.
Wow.
Yeah. That was Exactly what you're saying, to have a spare part. So you don't have any rejection on it. In other words, you need a new liver, a new heart, and they wear out. That's what they want to do. Or the other way is, because on the technology, we